What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Quella Graphic Love. And I am here with yet another video. I hope everyone has been doing well. You guys have been seeing me on the interwebs, on my Instagram, and videos here and there, kind of focusing on other projects. But I'm here with another topic that has actually been weighing on my mind a lot lately, and I just want to kind of share my story on it and pretty much just see if anybody else out there on this topic can relate. And that's usually why I like to do my videos, is to see that, well, to make sure that there are other people who understand what I'm coming from and kind of get the same backstory or whatever the case may be. So something I'm going to talk about today is a pretty personal topic. Growing up being the skinny black girl. Growing up being the skinny black girl, it's a topic that I've always, it's something I've always wanted to share. And I'm like, this is such a prevalent thing within the black community. Being a skinny black girl is like being a unicorn, kind of, to say. But, being a skinny black girl where you're supposed to be seen, oh, black women are supposed to be curvy and big breasts, big boobs and hips and all that stuff. And it's not to say I don't have those things, but growing up I was always talked about and teased and picked on and kind of just, because I was skinny. And like just being naturally skinny, it's been kind of a thing for me, just going in and through life and kind of just going through the phases of your body changes and how what people say about you affects you, especially when you're a smaller girl. When people think body shaming, they don't think of skinny girls. They mainly think of girls who are fuller set or heavier. They don't also factor in, like, telling a skinny girl to go eat a sandwich is body shaming, or telling her, oh, you need to put on some weight. A lot of us, we can't put on weight that quickly. It takes us a very long time, and our bodies are just not really made up like that. So that's one thing that I really have noticed, is like when people talk about body shaming and body positivity, they always leave out skinny girls. Like everybody that's skinny is happy that they're skinny. No, there are a lot of skinny girls who just like, I just wish I had a little more, hips, or a little more thighs, or a little more breast, or whatever it may be, whatever that they want. But just to, maybe they just want to fill out their body. And a lot of women who are smaller might be looking for dietary supplements to where they can gain weight, or convert that fat into muscle, to gain muscle mass, to get bigger, to be more rounded. Just it's a lot of pressures that come with being skinny, and people just think like, oh, because you're skinny you are perfect, or things don't affect you, or you are not equated. Calling somebody a sack of bones or sticks or slim and stuff like that, that's not very positive, and it can really be detrimental to a person's mental health who is skinny and they're dealing with those types of issues. So me, I've been skinny all my life. I was a skinny baby. I was kind of a fat baby, but I was a skinny toddler. I was a skinny young girl in elementary school, middle school, high school. I was always very small. I always have very, slender arms. I didn't really have a lot of muscle mass. Slim legs. I was just always very skinny. And my dad is not, he's like average build, but now he's skinny. And my mom is skinny, and, my mom's side of the family is heavier, and my dad's side of the family is heavier too. But I know for sure, like, I get the skinny from my mother because she's small. And like my sister, I have one sister who's a little bit fuller, and then I also have a sister who's like more average side. But I am the skinniest and the smallest of everyone in the family. It doesn't bother me, it doesn't affect me. But just trying to preface, like, I've always been small my entire life. I've always been skinny. I've been called everything from sticks, slim, bag of bones, like, people just make really insensitive comments about your weight. And that used to really get to me, like, in middle school, where you're around the girls who are like, oh, the guys like them because they have a fuller butt, or they're kind of getting more attention, or they're looking, um, they're being viewed as more adult versus you, because you're small, you're slim, and people say, oh, you have the body of like a 10-year-old, 13-year-old, whatever, which is very rude. It's like that starts to hurt you, because it's not like you're doing it because of what other people are gonna say, like they're gonna approve of your body, but it really does get with your confidence. And growing up, I did struggle with that, because it's a lot of things, but being a smaller girl and being a smaller, slim black girl, it was very tough, because the guys, like, they would look at the girls with the big butts and the big breasts, and I didn't really start to develop a full body until maybe 6th or 7th grade. I always had fuller boobs, but the rest of my body kind of just evened out as I got older, into like my late teens, early 20s. But it's just, for some reason, it's just so like, if you're a black woman, you cannot be skinny. You have to be thick. And also with the women who are going in surgeries to enhance their body and not to their natural shape, it's like, it's gotten so bad to the point where like there is no regular natural looking black women. Like, it's tough, because a lot of young black girls are like, oh, okay, well, I gotta have a body like this person, and I gotta be played out, and I gotta have this. And it's like, you know, it's unnatural, because that's not how your body really is, and not everybody's body is the same. And it's like, black women, we come in all shapes, all sizes, and I know there are women of other races and other cultures and other ethnicities who are kind of held to that standard of the type of woman that they should be within their community, body wise. But and it's just crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, if you are a skinny black girl, you're just like, I don't know, but it would really get to me, because I'm like, I'm more than my body shape. Like, I may be small, but I'm very smart. I have so much more interesting things going on outside of me being, smaller or slimmer. But you have other black women who will talk about you and talk about your shape and make little jokes and stuff, and they can be very insensitive, and they're like, oh, well, you know you don't make a fuss of it right then and there, but just having to deal with those things growing up, it really does get to you. Like, now in my life, I don't feel I'm still skinny, but I'm not as thin. Like, I've developed and I look more like a woman, obviously, but I am still on the smaller side. Like, I don't have a Nicki Minaj butt. I don't have you know, a huge bust or hips or thighs or anything like that. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it, because I've accepted my body. And I might gain a little bit of weight here, I might gain a little bit of weight there, and it's cool. But I'm just saying, like, growing up, it was just a thing of, you had to be the black girl that had all this that defined you as a black woman, when you had hips, thighs, boobs, breasts, everything. And you have family members who make jokes about it, and they don't realize that it does get to you. It hurts you, because it's like, okay, well, I don't measure up to them because I'm not thick. Because that's the new thing now. Like, you got to be thick, and you got to be. It's just so much, and within the black community, that's so like zeroed in on, because black women are hypersexualized, and you have to have all these outward characteristics about you, and I just feel like it's kind of unfair. But I'm just, I don't know. It's tough dealing with that, kind of taking that in, and like having to understand it for what it is, because it's like a lose-lose. You don't really win. I don't have any problems. Like, what I've noticed as I've gotten older with my body, and I've gotten more comfortable with my body and my body shape, men don't really care. And not even, it's just, because when I was younger, it was always like, oh, men like this. And I'm like, well, I'm not, I like my body for me. Like, I'm not liking my body for a guy. Like, he's not the one that approves whether I am desirable or not because I don't have this certain type of shape or whatever. It's just, I know there are a lot of my age, like mid-20-year-old black women who deal with the struggle of always being ridiculed and picked on and bullied because you're small. Like I said, like I realized as I got older, I've never had any problems getting any guys, you know. I mean, they don't complain about my skinniness. Yes, I'm smaller, but they're not like, I can't date you because you're small. Like, I ain't got no problems with that. No problems over here. But that's just a little side note. But I really just wanted to make this video to share my experiences being a skinny black woman and still hearing people make comments about it and kind of processing it to not let it get to me. And also just pushing forth the fact that I'm cool with me. I'm cool with my body. I'm cool with my skinny arms, my skinny legs, my skinny knees, you know, if I'm a bag of bones to you, whatever, because you hate me because I'm skinny. You know, I'm older now and I don't process those things the same way that I did. So if you are a skinny black girl and you've had the same issues like I have or even worse, like I can give so many stories, like so many stories of just growing up being a skinny black woman, being a skinny black girl, just always being seen as less desirable because you didn't fit the mold. And let me know like what you guys went through, how it affected you, and how you accept yourself today as being skinny. And also, if you're of another culture or another race or another ethnicity, let me know some body issues that are kind of instilled that, oh, okay, the women have to look like this or they have to look like that. Because I would love to know. Like, I just want to continue to put this together so it's like a thing of, it's all across, like it's all across the board, all across the races, all across people of all kind, women of all kind. And also I know there are men who get ridiculed for being skinny. Like, you know, you're skinny, like you're a skinny black guy. Oh, black men are supposed to be all, you know, big, tough and buff and just walk with their chest out. You know, like they're not all like that. Some are very skinny and some are, you know, like it's just the body ranges and stuff like that. But in this video, I'm talking about being a black girl, a black woman growing up being skinny. If you guys have any questions for me or you have some stories like I previously mentioned, please leave them in the comments. I'm usually pretty responsive, so especially when I have downtime, and I want to resonate and relate to everybody else's situations. And I'll probably insert some pictures, you know, from growing up to how I was when I was younger to now, like just showing that I've always been skinny, you know, like I eat, and then that's another thing. I eat a lot. I eat a whole lot. I love to eat. I'm always thinking about food. I might gain weight, but by the end of that week, it's already gone. So I have also, you know, been dealing with like dietary issues and getting into more like muscle building with fitness courses. And I'm not like a fitness buff or a fitness guru or anything, but I do like to fitness train and get muscle in my arms and stuff. Like they're looking a little, you know, I'm not gonna flex on camera, but they're looking a little crazy now. Thanks so much for tuning in. I thank you all for all of the support. Just, it really makes me feel like I'm doing something right and I'm being a voice to others. And I just like that feeling. I like that feeling. And I like to interact with you guys. So like I said, leave some comments below and let me know what you guys think of this video. If you guys have any insight or anything, share your stories. I am all ears. I am here. I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. So peace until next time, and stay graphic.